This is why. This is why. Right there. Say something.
Hello?
There we
That's
go. Okay. From the top to the beginning.
okay. Um,
I'm
so I'll go a little
sorry.
bit quicker. No worries. So first, I'll say it again because I just want to make sure everyone heard a huge thank you to Nikki for having me on the stream. And I'm here to talk about aozcompanion.com. This is a website I made, one, because I'm a huge nerd, and two, because I love the game. Um, the point of this website is to help you manage your alliances, your commanders, and most importantly, your territory within your nation. And you'll see some of the features that I've developed, which will help support planning moves, planning your hive, or the topic today, which is mergers, on how to plan for a merger. So I'll give you a quick demo of the tool itself. Please note that this is in beta. I just released it publicly like last week, and it's still being heavily developed by myself. Um, if you have, if you want to test it out, please feel free to register. Message me on Discord for verification, and only verified users can see their nation's map. So as you can see, my user right now is the nation admin for 1115, so that's why I can see this map for nation 1115. Uh, I have our nation in game on the right here, and if we zoom out, obviously we can see what everyone's used to. This is an account that runs our nation academy, which is our fifth ranked alliance, and we can see all of its territory here in game. And if you look on the left side here, we can see that this blue here is the territory for this alliance as well. Um, so first, kind of how did I make this map? Well, what we can do is we can see in the bottom here, there's kind of a large gap in the territory. So I'm going to use this section of the map to kind of show you guys how you add things to the map, how you can edit it, and then also, like I said, some of the features that let you plan for, a hive migration or for an upcoming merger that might happen. So this area of the map in our nation is actually occupied by one of the Phoenix farms at 480, 516. That is where the Alliance Hall is. So if we can just zoom into the map if we want to try and find that. And once you zoom in far enough, you'll see the grid, similar to how the game works. And we can try and find this location, but just like the game, you can also click on navigate at the top here, and you can navigate directly to those coordinates by punching them in. So 480, 516. And now we can see we are right there at 480, 516. So we can see there is some elite mines around this location. Those are already on the map because I've placed them. Let's say that you're newly a new user to this tool. Your nation would only have the capital as well as the mega cities around your map because those are the same things that are the same on every map. Um, and what you can do is you can start mapping out what your nation looks like. So if we wanted to put this elite mine on the map, we can see it's at 475, 516. So all we need to do is click on that tile, 475, 516, and you'll get this little menu that shows you all the different types of tiles that you can place. Tiles is just the name I called them, like buildings, benefit buildings, like all of these things I consider tiles. Um, so we could place like a power ore, but that's obviously a mistake. That's not what's there. So we can just click on that and we can delete that tile, and we can place what's correctly there, which is 475, 516 is an elite mine. So we can click on elite mine, and we can also give it its level, which is level 4. And once we add it there, it will be displayed on the map. Um, so I've done a lot of clicking, as you can imagine, and placed a lot of tiles on this map so that we can plan out our territory and like we're talking about today, plan out for mergers as well. So one of the halls here for 516, we can click on there and we can add the Alliance Hall. And this is the Phoenix Farm 2. So we can search for that alliance to place the hall. but it doesn't look like we have that alliance in the tool yet. We just have Phoenix Farm 1. So that's not a problem. We can go to our alliances page, and as a nation admin, if you're a verified user, you'll see the Add Alliance button. So we can add our Phoenix Farm 2. We know the acronym is PF2, and we can give it a color, which will be what its territory color is. So let's just give it a nice little orange here. So now we can see at the bottom of our list, it's Phoenix Farm 2. And if we go back to our map and navigate again to those coordinates, 480, 516, now when we click on that tile on the map, 480, 516, we can add the alliance hall, and we can see the most recently created alliance will always be at the top of the list, and that is the PF2 alliance hall. The territory for alliance buildings, flags, forts is all generated automatically in the color that you selected for that alliance. So we can go ahead and we can add their flag. 78508 is where this flag is. So we can click on flag. And again, we can add the alliance and it will draw the territory for us. And then their fort is here as well, 74503, 74503. And we can add the fort. And again, because these are all alliance buildings, we need to select the alliance that owns that building when we're placing it. So now we have this little spot of territory. And if we wanted to, we could really map out all of the territory here. The other thing that you can do if we scroll up a bit in game and on the map is this is the Phoenix Hive. And we can pretty easily see that there is some gaps in our hive. One that's dangerous. Obviously, we don't want people teleporting in there during the upcoming void or other events. So we can check to see, are these actual gaps in our hive that we might want to fill with a sandbag? And we can even add those sandbags on the map, like if we wanted to create a little C5 city. We can see that the Phoenix Alliance Hall is at 517,606, and we can see here as well, 517,606 is the Phoenix Alliance Hall. It looks like some random person has teleported their city into this open spot, so we probably don't need to worry about that. Maybe this is a farm. We can put that on the map so that that spot is filled, and we don't need to worry about it. The other places that look like there's a gap here, coincidentally, I know this is crazy, but this spot is open, and that's where my city is, or at least my main city, Clay. So 511, 596, we can add a city. And when you add a city, you have to add the commander that it's associated with. So we can search for that commander. Clay is here, and when we add him, when we add myself, we can see I'm here. When you click on that city on the map, you can get some details about it, its location, who it belongs to, and battle power as well for that player. It looks like we have one other spot that's missing, which is Kai, the guy right beside me. So we can go and we can add another city and we can look for him, Kai, but it doesn't look like he's here in our tool yet. So that's no problem. Just like we can add alliances, we can add commanders. So we're going to add a new commander. It's a little bit easier to add a commander. I'm working on a nicer way to add alliances as well, like this. But we can add Kai. Kai is an R1, and we can always double check that data here. He has about 2.6 million battle power. So we're just going to round there, and he is part of Phoenix, so we can select his alliance as well. So when we add him as a commander, then he's in our list, and we can select him there. So that's how you kind of document your map, how you get to the point where you can see all of this. And the topic of today obviously is mergers. So why does all this matter, right? Like we can, see a pretty picture of our map, but what you can do is you can create a plan after, documenting a portion of your map that you're concerned about. Like maybe you're only concerned about these two alliances right here and you want to document them. You can create a new plan. You have two options when you're creating a plan. If you create a normal plan, let's call this Hive Move. When you create that plan, it's going to create the same map that you just saw, but when you edit it, let's say we're just going to remove some of these flags. We want to trade some territory, or we want to move our flag. We want to give up this territory. When you remove that, it does not affect your current plan. So you can document your current plan, the current state of your map. You can, create a new plan and uh, talk to another leader about changing some territory, and then you can always delete that plan if you don't want to do that. The second option when you're creating a plan is to create a merge plan. So we'll call this merge plan 1. And when you create a merge plan, what it's going to do is only copy all of the static tiles, is what I call them at least. So things like the benefit buildings, the elite mines, and also like the dead space that's on the map, those places where you can't place tiles. And so this will allow you to then say, you know what, the Phoenix Hive is here, but maybe after our merger, we're going to use that as an opportunity to move our hive. So we're going to place our Alliance Hall, maybe here. And so we can place the Phoenix Alliance Hall here, and then we can start planning out our territory. That is kind of the gist of it. Right now, it's mostly the map, but there's a few features, and like I said, it's in beta. If anyone wants to try it out, please feel free to register and send me a message on Discord so I can verify who you are from your nation, and then you'll be able to see the mega cities and the capital, and you can start playing around with planning out your nation and potentially planning for a merger.
Thank you, Clay. So yeah, so this is a really cool website that he created for you guys who are getting into a merger or are planning out your territory in your nation. If you have somebody who likes to plan out the map and everything, this is a really easy way to plan that out and have a more visual board of the map. And as you see, he did give a lot of option of how to edit and delete, move things. It's really nifty. So I'll post the link to the website. So you guys can, those who are interested, you can, register and you can message Clay so he can, let you in as an admin, right?
Yeah,
So
correct.
you can make your server's map and all that. Um, so for the month of August, we had our mergers. Many nations merged, starting from the at least one nation from the 400s, some on the 700, 800s, one 900s to the 1000s, which I'm surprised the 1000s already have a merger, which I don't know. To me, they're still too young. Are these 1000 nations like lock nations? Is that what it is? Let me stop sharing the screen real quick. There you go. Does anybody know? Some of these 1000 nations are lock nations?
I have no idea.
I mean, I am surprised. I'm surprised that they had a merger this soon. Not even World Globe One still didn't even get a merger, so it's kind of
Yes,
sad.
like very new nations have mergers, like, I don't know, 3-month-old nations.
Mm.
Yes.
Well, usually, if they're that young, it's a really dead nation, so they had to merge it with somebody.
Oh,
Well, that's my train of thought of why would they get such a faster merger, but who knows? Honestly, all I believe is Camel has this spin the wheel method and just spin the wheel and bam, you get that person. Same thing with Void and
yeah.
Frenzy. Let's see. I'm fixing my screen now since Clay's done with his presentation. Looking at the comments. Yeah. So, Clay, actually, no, I'll just go to our messages. I'll copy a link to the website real quick so I can share it in the YouTube and in the Discord right there. And I'm just gonna say, just be ready. You might get a lot of people messaging you. You're gonna be Mr. Popular. Let's see. Where's the link? Right
Sorry, I was double
here.
muted, but a lot of messages is a good thing. So
Well, yeah, I think it's a really helpful mechanic. Well, sorry, a helpful tool to use. Because like back then, I wish that was something that I could have used when my nation first merged. Because back then it used to be 3 mergers, so it was a lot more chaotic. But now with 2 mergers, it's like a lot less chaotic and stressful. I would think, depending who you're merging with. Um, but that's the link to the website for those who will be interested. I do recommend it. It does work. It gives a really good visual of the map, and then you can edit out. Um, oh, let me unmute the people I muted by accident because you were making noise. There you go.
I think
There.
you were right as well. A lot of the
Mm.
nations that are merging in the 1100s are locked nations.
Ah, that kind of explains it. So they get way faster mergers than we do. The why, I don't know. All I understood was the game is not that popular in China or in Hong Kong. I'm not sure which one it is. But that's what I understood when I was told last time I was told. But hey, we just gotta wait for the next mergers, right, Evergen? 219 and desperate need of a merger.
We're not gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it. Well, yeah, because like if a nation doesn't get a merger anytime, if it goes by years, like I don't know, 2 or 3 years, you're starting to lose players.
Yeah. Yeah, like these, especially the ones like 219 and
Mm.
52 that burn everybody from
Yeah.
like the minute a merge starts. Like before we were kind of used to a certain schedule, so we kind of operated on that, and we had no idea that this was going to happen. That they were just going to make us wait until the end of time for the next merger. So, I think a lot of us would have done something maybe a little different if we had known that, but we didn't. We kind of entered our merge like a nuclear bomb and destroyed everything. So like having to wait 2 years is really bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like back then the way we thought things through was like, okay, kill everybody, destroy those who don't follow the rules and yada yada. And then you got 269 and 255 um working it doing differently, like okay, let's not kill everybody, let's just work things out.
Yeah. Well, plus
And,
like the T4 thing wasn't too big back then either, and
mm,
like I don't know, everything's changed in the last couple of years. So
yeah, here you go, here's the link, Maria. um yeah, like I was a big believer of, yeah, let's kill everybody. Now it's like, yeah, that's not a good idea anymore. But but honestly, it depends who you're with. Because sometimes diplomacy does not always work, depending who's the alliance or who the people you're trying to deal with or trying to work with. So sometimes you gotta be rough with them.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we'll see. We have a few nations we hope for, obviously, and if we get them, we won't burn them all because we like them and
yeah.
they're under pretty
Uh,
good.
is anybody on here had their merger recently? No, I heard that there's gonna be some mergers happening in September, supposedly, but it's all rumors. You're welcome. 909 and 918. Oh, you guys merged. Wait, did you merge? Ah, yes, you did. Oh, you became 918. Mafia. So you wanna, you know, how's your merger been? Wanna talk about it? I don't bite. Nobody bites here. You don't need to be shy. Been good? Okay, that's good. That's good. I don't know. It's been such a long time since I had a merger. Things are different now. It's like I'm eating. Ah, okay. Bon appetit. Buen provecho. Unless you like it. That's a consensual bite, don't you think, Maria? Um, ¿Hablas español? Yeah. Ya vamos muchas veces que yo sí hablo español. um, yes, you're welcome, Clay. Glad that you came over and explained your website. I really think it's really cool. I really think it's a really cool website. Um, let's see. Cambiamos a español. No. I mean, half of my viewers I think are like English speakers. If I switch to Spanish, everybody's gonna be like, "What is she saying? We don't understand." And then I have to translate what I'm saying. I have to speak double, you know? All right. So, again, for mergers, I just wanted to talk about Clay's website and hopefully you guys find it useful. I think it's going to be very useful. The link is in the YouTube chat and in the Discord chat. So give it a try, register yourself, message Clay, get to it. Now, Frenzy. Let's talk about Frenzy. Well, if you're gonna ask me how my frenzy went, the usual 269 with their winning, not the winning, I mean the losing streak, the frenzy losing streak. Because we love losing frenzy. So, Kitty, the Nation 2 win their frenzy. Ah, Kitty's shy now. Okay, Evergen, how was your frenzy?
We had 229. They're always
Your
something.
favorite nation.
I actually played Frenzy because it is 229.
Yeah, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, we had one organized battle with like not their top alliance, and they're in the middle of a civil war anyway. So that set off like 3 days of arguments, which was fun. So, yeah, it was kind of a weird one just because they're so heavy in civil war right now. So they've all pretty much burned each other.
You know what's weird? Those most nations that are not getting merged, they're getting into a civil war. Don't you think?
They're all bored or tired of each other.
Oh yeah, I think because they're bored. Most likely, one thing is, or maybe because they think, oh, if we kill everybody and lower the BP, we'll get merger soon.
Yeah, I don't.
Which back then, yeah, we used to believe in that, but who knows what makes a merge trigger? To be honest. This is Mafia's frenzy score. Looks like he went against 887 versus 918. Ah, you were first ranked. Congratulations. Very nice. I remember back then those baby scores. 9 billion, 6 billion. When you become big, your nation becomes, when your nation grows and everybody starts having much higher troops, you go to the 20s, the 30s. If you see a nation that is only like I don't know, an older nation and they only score like 10 and 15 or lesser than that, it was like not a fun frenzy for them, you know what I mean? Oh, you have 4 C41s. Ah, awesome. Let's see. Exy, how was your frenzy?
Honestly, I got so mad, mostly because we were matched with a nation with, I think, 3 C41s. So we don't have any, and our towers were empty, like very fast. We couldn't empty other towers. So then, well, I don't know, like we lost for, I think, very little. I don't know if I have a screenshot. Let me look up for it and I will share. But still, I don't know. It was good for us, like, but still, like, we lost, and I guess nobody wants to lost. I'm a bad
I
loser.
mean, in my opinion, frenzies for funsies. If you win, you win. If you
Yeah.
lose, you lose. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't really like Frenzy, mostly since these towers is like, oh my God, like all the like the truce times and like all that kind of stuff is really fun if you're
Mm,
like the stronger nation, but if you're not, well, you're not.
yeah.
You're not having fun.
I mean, if you can do planned frenzies, it becomes fun if you can do planned attacks, planned group attacks.
Yes.
I saw
Yes.
278 versus 555. I don't know why. I don't know how that mashup became a thing. They did a planned battle, and it was like 80 versus 70 or 50. It was big group attacks. Um, but 278 was much stronger than 555, even though 555 is known for, a lot of strong spenders, cities in that nation. Um, but it looked like it was fun. Big battles are fun. I like big battles. Unless it lags. It does not become fun when it lags. I remember when I was in 52 and it was 52 versus 219 in Frenzy, and we would plan out plan battles. We will always lag because of like 80 to 90 or 90 versus 90. The game can't not handle that many people, which sucks, man. 113 needs a merger. Yeah, Rev. You're with us too. I think 269 needs a merger. As active as it may seem, I think we need a merger too. I feel like everybody needs a merger. Like mergers are great, but sometimes if you get a bad merger, it really kills off the nation. If you get a really bad merger, it can really kill off the nation. So sometimes it's like, maybe you shouldn't wish for a merger. That's okay, Kitty. Oh, so Nation 2 went against 209. Cool, cool. Seems like you guys won. Nice. Nice. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let's see. Shields should not be allowed during frenzy. I mean, if they don't allow shields, then is the person supposed to stay awake the whole frenzy just to not get killed? I mean, not killed, but not to bleed points. I think there should be like a shield breaker. Maybe a shield breaker would be nice.
I always think about that. Also, something that I will like to be added
Mm.
is kind of, I don't know, like special arena, like for only one attack to be, like 101 attack with someone you challenge that you will like to challenge from the other nation. But
like
during
a
void.
like an elite war, like you can schedule your elite war opponent, kind of like that.
No, I think it should be like a special feature during Void. So
Mm.
during those 24 hours, you can challenge someone you want to, like you want to fight against, but 101. Like
Ah,
you choose someone from the other nation and you challenge 101, but it should be Void, like because for like frenzy in my opinion it doesn't make any sense since frenzy is lossless. You already have uranium mine for that, but for Void would be interesting.
mm.
And maybe you can, I don't know, buy some special things, I don't know, like similar to Iron Blood, something like that, I don't know.
Um, Maria says shield breaker. Yikes, that would be crazy, but sounds good. Do saying like SOS with 24-hour cooldown. Give me 1 second. Okay, so Maria, I think if they do add a shield breaker, it would be mega stonks for Camel. Because anybody will put the money for that just to break the shield of somebody who has a very fat farm that has never dropped shield and is just collecting troops. That would be nice. Right, Evergen? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Even though you guys already took down all of your fat farmers, so you guys are clean now, right?
I mean, there's still like a few that have been shielded for years at this point. We haven't got to yet, but
Mm.
we're waiting. We watch them.
Uh,
There's not many. They're all pretty dead.
yeah, yeah. Wait till you get a merger. You get them back. Let's see. Arrow. It's called Frenzy, and it's a non-loss event. No shields, you scary cats. I mean, if I don't want to play and I have an elite, because usually during Frenzy we always have elite wars. I need my shield because then I need my troops for elite war. You know, that's the only reason I shield. I can't play elite war with no troops. You know, and then it's a lot of healing to get those troops back. So, and I only waste my heals during either elite war or void. So I don't want to waste it on Frenzy. Nah, heals are expensive, man. 744 already on our second merger. This time it's a mess. Oh, how come? What happened to 744? Let's see. Imagine a no shield frenzy. I mean, Woody, you will have a blast since you can one attack everybody as by yourself. You don't need your team with you. Like if you're a whale, that's your what you call it? That's your paradise, your fantasy. No shields, everybody's open. You can go and hit everything. Yeah. Where's it sounds fun. Yeah. But let's be real. That can't be a thing. At least they kind of fixed the T4 issues. Even though some nations still are moving to T5, so it's like kind of defeated the purpose. I feel like if people are gonna complain about T5s now, it's just gonna be the same thing, and then they're gonna move to T6. You know? Maybe they should just stop having. Maybe they should just prevent uh troop types not to play at all or not to join at all. You know? Maybe that can fix the problem. Man having team attacks. No, man having teammates break shield for whale to attack. Girl, the fun we will have. Yeah, yeah, it would be very fun. Any other frenzies you guys want to talk about? Because I really did not play my frenzy, so it's like, who did I have? I don't even remember who I have. Who did I have? Who did I have for frenzy? I can't even remember. 918 wants Woody for frenzy. Didn't 918 just merge? Oh yeah, those are the nations that just merged this month. Last void, there was people able to use T4s, but not last frenzy. Then maybe it's glitched. Probably could be glitched. Because, they don't always get it 100% right. Oh, fun! 732 again. Welcome to the club of getting the same opponent over and over again.
Oh, many times. Oh, 269 had 373.
Three again?
Yeah, because I remember paying attention.
One of you guys must have told your BIP to get a rematch. That's too coincidental. You had them last month. How can you have them again?
Well, no, I meant no for Void. We've got 273, but no for Frenzy 269 had 373.
Oh,
That's right. Because remember that's who we had for Void last month, and I said that they were like tiny 269, so that was a.
okay, okay. So who do you have for Void now? For this month?
273.
273. Oh, I thought you said 373.
No.
Okay. I think we are against 278 with Monstro and Cass. SVS, yeah. And we also have them in Uranium Mine. And they keep bugging us in Uranium Mine, man. It's annoying. Why? Because they're always kicking me. Why me? What did I do? I only have 400 and you're already kicking me out. Assholes. I hate the Uranium Mines, man. I can never just chill at my level 4 mine, collect, you know? A girl is trying to grow here. I'm trying to grow, you know?
Yeah, we still have 52 and
How's
2.
that going?
I can't ever stay in the mines for anything now.
Yeah, you have that little war going on with 52. I know the drama. I know the drama. At least for my side, it's not like that. I think I have 278, 274, and I think 209. I'm not sure who's the fourth. But I always see 278 and 274. I always see them. 1 second. How about temporary mergers just for frenzy? Temporary mergers? I mean, you're putting too much faith in this game to be able to do anything other than what it can do now. You know? After so many years, they finally quote unquote fixed the lag, or they did a maintenance on the nation. Like the game looks smooth and it's kind of running fast, but after how long? You know, it's been years that's been asked for that. I doubt they will do any type of features that will require, oh, let's merge alliances, or do more mergers frequently, or no shields, shield breakers. You know what I mean? I mean, if it brings money, it's possible. Kitten kickers 52 and 219. The kitten is not pleased. He's not happy with you guys.
We love the kitten.
I want to say something, but I can't. You know what my brain is going to.
I don't think it's paying attention to us. There you go.
And Eric, Eric, do you mean like alliance mergers, like your alliance merging to with the other alliance just for frenzy, or are you talking about world mergers? Woody, will we find out how about update? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I did say once boy stars, we will find out how well that update did. Just watch, just watch. The minute voice starts, the game is gonna crash and nobody can log in for the next 8 hours. Somebody's gonna die, of course. At least in Frenzy, make it that you can't use 1 day shield, only 2 to 8 hours. I mean, yeah, that's I'll say that's valid. 2 to 8 hours, maybe have a 6 hours, maybe. uh, yeah, so Maria, at certain points in the game, you will play with the same opponents over and over again. It happens to everybody. Like Evergen and I, when I used to be in 52, we would meet each other almost frequently in Void. It's like we became best friends.
Yeah.
Unwanted best friends. Yeah. Triple Nation Voids. Nah, the game will crash. I don't. It can't handle it. If it can't handle 100, 200 people being online doing group attacks, it cannot handle a third nation coming in. You know. Because like if we do a group attack and there's like 90 versus 90 and the game is not lagging, then I'll believe that the game is now running smoothly. You know. But until then, I doubt it. Yeah, maybe after this update. Maybe. Who knows? I just know something's gonna happen in reset. I just know it's gonna crash. Because it always happens. Every time. Every time they add something new, it crashes. Every time there's an update about something and then Void is like around 2 days after, it crashes. And then what's that gonna happen next? People will be like, why is the game not opening? Oh my god, the game is not opening. I can't put my shield. I'm gonna die. Yeah.
Yeah, I plan to be a little cautious for the first.
Especially for people who play at reset, like really during at reset, people are already trying to attack a city and then the game crashes is the worst. Because you're stuck attacking somebody, you're open, you don't know if the other side is can play or are they also crashing. So you're like in a state of panic because like you can be hit at any moment, you know? Because that happened to me. And I was scared. Because like I ported, I did not hide. I just went and attacked. Because I wanted to be fast, you know? But no, that was like the longest 5 minutes of my life.
Yeah, that's the only other time I've been hit, like in pretty much the entire time since my first void or so was the month that we had the very first lag issues. I think it was like October, November, like 2 years or a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 2 years ago now. And yet that's exactly what happened to me. I hit something really fast and normally would be able to shield in time, but everything just crashed and lagged and just went nuts. And then Rexy actually from 320 hit me. I mean, like it was fine. Like I only lost like I think 300,000 troops or something, and it was all like snipers and trash troops basically. Like you know, it didn't matter, but it was still just irritating because I never get hit until you know Camel.
I mean, not always. I mean, people don't hit me because they know I'm recording and they don't want to be in the recording. Because I remember, who was I going against? I was going against, I think it was 255. Well, who's the strongest guy? What is his name? Hayosa Kurami? I don't know. What the guy next to Oracle? I think he has a Japanese name. He was gonna hit me, and then he recalls, and then he wrote in global chat saying that I don't want to be recorded, so he back away. And I'm like, I was open for you. You should have come to me. My T1s would have loved him. But yeah, I'm not always a trap. I just say my BP is too low for me to be a trap. I really need to like skip a couple of boys so to have troops, man. I have no troops. I'm playing off with only 25k shredders. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's like what? One fleet? Woody 709 had a 3 nation frenzy for 4 hours a few months ago? Say what? Why did I never heard about that? It was a mess up, but it did happen. So for 4 hours, Nation 709 had a 3 nation frenzy. That's weird. I always get hit just to be in the recording, even if they lose. Not in Void. You get hit in Frenzy, but I doubt in Void they want to hit you. Planet Frenzy. All nation on the planet fight. Able to port to any nation on that planet. Oh, that sounds so chaotic, man. Imagine everybody porting to, like everybody, every globe, porting to Woody's nation just to be in the recording. Like, yeah, let's all port to Woody Nation so we can be in Woody's video. Uh, yeah. Oh, yes, in Void? Oh. I thought you had a lot of BP on you. Kitten wants all the hits. Feed the kitten. With your, what? With your 30 farms? 30 farms, right? Or 32? How many farms do you have, Key? 23. Ow, 23. I thought you had 30. Yeah, Woody, you can join. It's always open. You got 6 minutes, because I gotta bounce.
I used to run more than 30, Nikki, but it's too time consuming, not worth for the
And
points.
23 is not? 23 farms is way too much.
Nah, it's just right. Just
And they're
right.
not even farms, man. You use them in combat. So they weren't even farms.
Hello. They're
Hello.
just cute and tasty and easily hidden.
You mean you find them in the uranium mine, you kick them out? What's up, Woody?
That too.
No, just woke up.
Same. I had a nap and I woke up and I'm like, ah, dang, I gotta stream. Nah.
And here
Look,
you are.
at least I was ready. At least I was ready. But the thing is, I didn't plan it correctly, so I have to bounce in the next uh 6 minutes. So in the next 6 minutes, what's that? What you want to talk about?
No, so yeah, people hit me in void like
I mean,
full stream. No,
I don't believe it.
I
You're like,
swear,
how many BP? How much BP do you have?
not that much. 307. I mean, I am definitely a tasty
You
treat.
say that's not much. 307.
Well, I mean,
307 body.
we're getting to the point
You
in
are
the
chunky
game.
boy. You chunky.
Yeah, we're getting to the point in the game where I am able to be beat.
Mm.
You remember those days where you're at the point where having 300 isn't safe anymore.
Well, yeah, but for your side of the nation, nobody can still hit you. Give it another 6 months. Another 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe because like, hey, if 278 got 555, the possibility of 425 getting your nation, it's possible. What is it?
Well, I know.
736?
Yeah,
It's plausible, you know.
I know it's possible.
What do you stick with double C's? Oh yeah, 18 million. You chunky.
19. Chunky as all heck.
Mm. Yeah, I do think it maybe in 6 months to a year, depending who you get for Void, you could get hit. You know, you could get hit. But the way the nations are getting merged and all that, it will take time to get to that point. You know, where you have to like, okay, I could get hit. I gotta start shielding up. I can't be open all the time. You know.
Well, honestly, I don't really stay open. Like I do my homework, on the enemy. If
Mm.
if someone that's like in the high 700s and all they got is like 141, and everyone below there's like a 38 below, and they're not like an organized alliance, it's fairly safe to where I don't need a bubble. But if everyone's in the same alliance and they got multiple 41s and big cities, then yeah, I would definitely bubble after every single hit.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, bubble and teleport after every
Absolutely,
hit. Mm.
absolutely. I
Which
think I go.
which is kind of sucks for those who do have a lot of troops. If you don't some people do not realize how it becomes another expense to have so much troops, because when you're in void, you can't hide, so all you got to do is you teleport somewhere, you hit the person, then you shield as fast as possible, then you have to teleport somewhere else to do another hit, because you can't stay in the same spot to do the same hit. You know, you have to teleport. You got to move because you can get hit. That's a liability. So now it becomes an extra expense of having more teleports, more shields, because you gotta teleport, shield. You know, it's an extra expense that people do not realize when they have so many troops.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Mm.
100. I think I go through like 100 ports, like every frenzy or every void.
Yeah. Especially when you're going around the whole map looking for targets. Oh my
I,
god. I think I'm gonna lose my voice.
I think I find it. Uh, I like to like be in one nation, but look in the other nation for targets. I don't know if that makes sense. So obviously, when you see someone in your that's got a yellow bubble, then they're in your nation. So if you're sitting in their nation and they see you there, they think that you're in a different nation. During voice, so they think it's okay to open. I think and just quick port to the other nation when they bubble drops. I like doing that a lot. That's
Same. The only bad thing whenever I try to move back to my nation when I see a target, for some reason the game does not wanna let me port until my fleets come back in, and I hate that Because like that means either I have to use my recall or I gotta speed my troops back to be able to move back to my nation. I don't know why it doesn't let me, or maybe I'm glitching. I don't know.
Oh
It's
no,
weird.
no, your troops do have to be back. Um,
Oh, that's lame, man. It was not like that back then. Back then, even if your troops were out there, you can teleport your city back.
so if your troops are if you're in your own nation and you want to port to the enemy nation, it doesn't matter if your troops are back or not. It will port you. But if you're in the enemy nation, it will not let you port back to your nation unless your troops are back home.
That's lame.
So
That's so lame.
sometimes I'll just, if I'm no one going to port there, I'll just port right next to myself and then port back. So it'd be like 2 ports wasted.
Yeah, exactly. That's another ways.
But I mean, it's void. If you really want that, if you really want that hit, you're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like for me, I have to think about, okay, what am I have $100 to spend for void. If only if it's a good void and it's fun, then I'll spend $100, but
Yeah.
nothing more because you're not gonna make me spend more. So I'm like, do I buy speeds or teleports? I mean, I can't empty myself. So all my main focus is healing speed and speeds. That's it. That's all I need. And gold, extra gold to teleport, right, or whatever. But it's never enough, man. It's never enough.
No, it's not. No matter how many speeds or ports you have, it's by the end of void or frenzy, you're always digging into your gold.
Mm-hmm.
Every single.
Red, Red from 113 says our famous troll in 113 had 75 farms. That's why he hates us. Damn. The love is real.
Well, if I had 75 farms, I'd play so dirty.
Well, if you knew what the 113 troll is, he every account he makes, he's always posting stuff about 113, like not just stuff, like a bunch of texts of PP texts,
It's like I seen.
or yeah, and um every time he gets banned. So I guess Rev had taken account of, okay, so he's been banned 75 times. So that means he has 75 farms or cities, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once it's banned,
It's crazy, man. I don't know what you guys did to that guy to be so obsessed. Obsessed. Yeah, that's the word. Very obsessed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, so
Well,
I'd like to
yeah.
give a shout out actually to Woody and actually 115. Uh, so our last void or frenzy, I'm from 1094. Our last void or frenzy that we lost was like, I don't know, 2.5, 3 months ago, and it was against 115. Hero whooped our ass. But Woody, after watching your videos, we were actually on the verge, 1094 was on the verge of a civil war. We were able to put all of our differences aside and create a super alliance. Haven't lost a void or frenzy since, so appreciate it.
I mean, that's even Nikki will tell you that, like, literally, that should be your nation's main goal. Any nation, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's actually been great. I mean, we had some growing pains with the mergers. We had some players, leave because they weren't ready for the high speed intensity of the Super Alliance. But it's been great. I mean, like I said, can't complain. Haven't lost since. Knock on wood. So appreciate it.
That's good.
But looking
Yeah.
forward to 115 again.
You heard that, Clay?
Come on, Clay.
Uh-oh.
We'll come back anytime. Don't worry.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Hero's an absolute monster. He's a crazy.
He really
person.
is.
Should be a fun void. But yeah, when your nation is growing, and when you're a new player and your nation is in the growth spur, your main goal is to combine everybody together. Not everybody, but like your spenders, your actives, all into one alliance. That's how you can make a powerful alliance. But you do need a good leadership, to handle that many people. And yeah.
I find that the hardest part about making that super alliance,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have some players in your own alliance. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I will leave if they come here." And, they'll get that.
Yeah.
And when that happens, the R5 has to make that decision and be like, you know what? I'm not gonna let you ruin this. So I mean, even if that means you kick that one player that's trying to cause animosity and you burn him to set an example, so everyone sees it and they know better at that point to let it be. This is gonna happen.
That's
Well,
exactly what we did. We had about 3 or 4 people in the alliances that were just, not having it, starting controversy, issues, and needless to say, they're no longer with us.
yeah. So like those type of people, yeah, you can kick them out. But let's say it's a player that knows the other player, and the person that they don't want to come in could be somebody potentially that can ruin the alliance. Like you really need to check both sides. Like who's in
Correct.
the right, who's in the wrong. You can't just plainly say, just because I don't like this person, then okay, fine, the door is right there, you can leave. But like if I have a reason to why I'm saying what I'm saying, just letting me out, and then you as the R5 have to do a little research, know why is the reason why, you know? Because being an R5, you really have to be a leader to get to know the people, get to know the situations, figure out a solution, and have a plan A through C. Plan A, okay, let's work it out, let's talk it out. Can you two play together? They say no, okay. Plan B, all right. Who if you want to leave, okay, you can move to the second alliance. I'll bring this guy in because he's a spender or he's very active. So switch the players. But if you like that person, then you got plan C to be like, okay, then I'm not gonna bring that person to the alliance. You know what I mean? So an R5 really has to look out all the options instead of resorting to the one option. You know what I mean? I think I
Well,
lost you guys on that.
no, you're absolutely 100% right. That's the decisions the R5's gotta make. Is they're tough decisions. Like that's like what I always say. Like your R5 can't become too friendly with their. I don't know why I keep on wanting to say employees, but they're not employees. With their other players, because
Mm.
how some farmers will try to get in good with R5, so they know they can't keep up. So if I'm friends with the R5, they'll never kick me or burn me. Well, the guy R5 cannot have that relationship with the
Yeah,
player.
the R5 has to be biased and be mutual with everybody. Unless they don't like, they know a certain players are like, yeah, these players are not good players, and obviously back away from them. But there's you get those players that always want to sweeten up to the R5, just be like, okay, if I become their friend, I can be in the alliance and I can do whatever I want. Then no, you gotta be an R5 has to stand firm, be biased, and not get swayed by those type of people.
100%.
It's tough. It's tough being R5.
I won't do it anymore.
I never was, and I mainly was in R4, but I also kind of was in R4/R5, but never had the title. So I know how it is. So it's very tiring, but it is what it is. It's what having good R5 and R4s who work together to make the alliance what it is what make a strong alliance. So a solid leadership is very important for any alliance and nation.
Nikki, have you noticed that even when you do have an R5, um, it's usually even in the background, it's usually the strongest players. Notice how I said players that actually make the decision. The R5 will probably send them a message and say, "Hey, what do you think?"
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they'll follow.
So for in the beginning, you do want those players. So obviously you gotta what's the word I'm looking for? Tickle their ego. Be like, yeah, I'll give you. You can be an R4 and help out with decision. The whale players do not want nothing to do with leadership. All they want to do is burn stuff, right? So you talk to them just to be like to include them so they can feel included, but any final decision is still yours. You just listen to what their input is. You know what I mean? Because obviously they don't want to be in that. They just want to play. Because being
I,
diplomatic and making rules and all that is too much. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at the time. So I'm gonna R5 equals servant position in my opinion. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it kinda is. um, so I'll be going live again tomorrow, same time. This time I will have more time than today. I should have started a bit more early, but I took my nap. Nap was needed. So I'll be live again tomorrow, same time, 3:30 Eastern time. Everybody's welcome to join in again. The topic will be about void, and maybe I'll add in something else to that. I don't know. We'll see. It's been a while since I last streamed, so it's kind of trying to, you know, get back to it again. All right. So again, thank you everybody for joining. Have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, Nikki.